Hello guys, welcome back to my channel Learn with PR. I have already started C programming and data structure concept in this channel. If you have not started yet, I strongly suggest you to watch those videos first because this will help you to understand today's topic much more clearly. So make sure you watch out the playlist. So before starting the topic, let me ask you a simple question that what happens when we want to add a new element in the middle of an array? So yes, the answer is we need to shift element actually. So in today's video, we will learn about the insertion in the array with a clear example. So let's start it. So the very first thing you should know when you want to insert an element at a specific position in an array, elements are shifted one position to the right, starting from the last element up to the desired position. And then the element is inserted. So let's understand a clear concept what insertion basically. So when you want to add a new element in an array, right? That time you will say I want to insert an element in an array. A new element need to be added in a specific position actually. All right, in an existing array. So since array stores the elements in a contiguous memory allocation, right? So inserting an element requires shifting actually the existing elements to create a space, right? So why shifting requires basically, okay? So when you will say array, okay, so array having a fixed position actually, fixed kind of size you can say, okay? So when we insert a new element, so that element from the insertion position to the end are shifted one position to the right actually. So this creates an empty space when the new element inserted. So whenever you want to insert a new element, you need to do what? You have to go at the end of the array, right? And then you have to shift the element right side. So when one by one you are shifting the elements, then you will say you will get a space, okay, wherever you want to, place that element. Okay, that time you have to simply place that a new element in that position. All right. So insertion is nothing, just adding a new element in a specific position. All right. So now let's understand the concept using example and see how each element shifts during insertion. So let's take example. So first you should know the types of insertion in array. So we can do three kind of insertion. So when you want to insert a new element at beginning, second, when you want to insert an element in a specific position, and the last is when you want to insert a new element at end actually. Okay, so today we will start with when we want to insert a element in a specific position. All right, so that position you can say or index value you can say. All right, let's take a small example. I am taking a array elements as 10, 20, 30, and 40. So we have how many elements? We have four elements. All right, so elements, if you wish to actually insert, so that is 25. I want to insert a new element that is 25 at position 3. So when we are saying position 3, that means index 2 you want to place. Okay, so because you know your index starts from 0. All right, so let's take an example. So here we have seen a little original array. We have 10, 20, 30, and 40. All right, so first step we have original array as indexing. I'm writing first 0, 1, 2, 3, and the array elements 10, 20, 30, 40. Okay, now we have to shift. So we have to start shift from the right actually. But first my question is why we are starting from right? Anybody? You can give me answer on chat box. So if we are saying I want to place my new element 25 in index 2, okay, in index 2. So we have to shift 30. If we are shifting 30 from that particular index, shifting 30 here, okay, from this, I don't want to delete my 30 actually. All right. First thing you should know when you want to insert a new element in a third position, so 30 should not be deleted. You have to shift that element in the next location actually. Okay, and then 40 need to shift somewhere in the next location you can say. All right, so we don't want to delete 30, but we want to insert in a second location as 25 and 3. Third index will look as 30 and fourth index will look as 40. All right, so how we can do so? So we will not start from the index value. Why? Because if we will start 30 in the next location, so this third index will looks like 30 here, but there 40 you will miss the 40. You will say you will lost the 40 actually if you will shift from the index value. from that particular position where you want to insert the element. Okay, that time you will say 30 will go in the next location, but 40 you will lost. Okay, when you want to shift one element, okay, that time you should not lost any kind of element. You should not lost it, means you should not miss that element. Okay, so when we are saying 10, 20, 30, 40, I want 10, 20, 25, 30, and 40, I want like that element I want in my array. Okay, so that's why we are starting from right, we are starting from the last of from the last you can say last element, we are starting from the last element, shifting. Okay, so we shift element from the last index to the insertion position, you can say. So when we are shifting, okay, so move element at index 3 to index 4, you can say. All right, so here now 4 index will be there, and then you have to shift this 40 in the next location, that is you can say 40. So here is also 40 and here is also 40, so now there is no problem, you are not missing any kind of value. You are not means you are not you say not losing any kind of value, you are not missing any kind of value, you can say. All right, so value will remain there. So 40 will go in the next location. All right. Now again you have to shift your 30 in the next location. That's you can say in place of 40. Okay. So when you will shift it, then your array looks like this. So your array will 10, 20, 30 will go in the third location. You third index you can say, that is now 30. Okay, now once you got the index value 2, okay, that time you simply replace what 25 here, you simply say 30, no I don't want 30 here, I want 25 here, so I will simply place my 25 here. All right, so this is how you can insert the element, and this is your final array actually. So it will be 10, 20, 25, 30, and 40. All right, so this is a simple example of your insertion. All right, now let's check how we can write the simple program in C language. Let's take a small example. So here I have written n number of elements. We will ask them n number of elements, and then it will store in the n. And we have taken one array, right? We are asking the number of elements. We are asking and number of values inside your array. So once you have started writing your elements, then you have to ask where you want to place a value. Okay, so I'm writing index value. So here you have to make sure that you are asking position. So if position, then your index will be position -1. If you are writing index value, then you don't need to do anything, just index. So index start from 0, 1, 2, 3, like that way. Okay, so make sure that thing. So we are writing here in the index and writing what element, which element you want to store. So I'm writing element value ele. Okay, all right, name ele. All right, now I'm asking enter index and element value you want to store. All right, element value you want to store, so you will write like that, and then it will store in the in the index and el. All right, so just write down. So it will store in index and comma it will store in ele. All right, so now now the main concept, we have to shift the element. So we have to shift element from the last, and it will go in the right side. Okay, so how many times we have to go? So for loop, just try writing for loop, and then you can say your I will start from n-1 from the last, है ना, हमें से back से start करना है, so it will go at the end. So I equals to n-1, and it will go till you will find your index value. All right, once you are finding your index value, just do minus minus. You have to do decrease also, because after that you have to go to the left side. So left side, then minus minus you have to write. How you can shift the element? You are shifting element as what? You are doing A4 में you are storing the value of A3. Okay, so how we can write in assignment operator? A of I plus 1, okay, will get the value of AI. So A, right now n is 5, suppose 5 is smaller, 5 minus 1, you will get A4 value. You have to A4 value you have to store in the A5. Okay, are you getting a point? Right, so this is how we can say it. So once you have done this, it will go and I minus minus till your index value. All right, once you found that particular index, then it will stop here. Okay, because it's equal to, it will go only one time, and then the condition become false, then it will go out. Means you have to jump out from that loop, right? And you have to say whatever the a of index. Okay, now I want value of ele, that's your element. Okay, you are writing the element here. All right, once you have done this, then what you have to do? You have to print your array. So now if you want to print the array, you can say a simple line here. I'm writing printf. Okay, writing what? The updated array now is slash n. You can write new line. Okay, now for loop. So okay, one more thing you have to do here. One more thing. I just skip that thing. Okay, one more thing you have to do. What? That you know very well, once you have an element as 5. Okay, now you have increased one more value in that. So you have to say what? You have to increase the value of n. Okay, so n plus plus you have to do. All right. So that's why now earlier it was 5, now it becomes 6 elements. Okay. So now print the elements of A. Okay. So percentage D, a little bit space I'm giving here, right? And just say A of I. All right. When you will run this code, you will see our output, like it will first ask enter number of elements. I'm saying 5. Okay. 5 stores in a n. It will say enter number of values now. So it will store in a A one by one. So I'm saying 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. Okay, now it's saying this line. It's saying this line, enter index value and element you want to store. Okay, you want to insert new element. So it will store in the index element. So I am saying I want to place at index 2. Okay, want to place the value 25. So now your updated array will looks like what? 10, 20, 25, 30, 40 and 50. Earlier it was like this. Okay. Now you are saying in a 2 index. Make sure here we are writing index. Okay. So index 10 in an index of 0, 1 and 2. Now 25 is stored. Okay. But suppose you are saying here which position you want to enter position. So position is different. Position you are saying that here position is what? You are saying 2 index mein I want to place the 25. Okay, but the position is 1 2 3, third position you are saying. Okay, if you are saying here position, right, that index value you can write position. Okay, so here you will say position tak we have to go, but here we have to do my index minus 1, you can say. Make sure that thing, I'm not doing position, I am doing index value here. Okay, all right. Let's now check the algorithm. In algorithm, I will show you the position wise. Okay, that you will not get any confusion in that. All right. I hope this code you find like very easy, right? You can do the dry run of this code as well. So you can just do the iteration way. So once your I value is 4, okay, 4 is smaller than index value, that is 2. Yes, it will go inside and will shift the element. How your assignment works? So if you don't know how assignment work, then please check my previous video. I have already published. Okay. So please check that thing also. All right. Now you have to shift from right to left. It will go here in that way, in that index. A of 4 value will go in the A of 5 index. Okay. And like so on. I minus minus, and it will again check the condition and will again go here, again check the condition, again go here, like that way. And later you have to shift, you have to assign this element value to the index A of index. Okay, and then you have to increase the element value. Okay, so now let's try to understand our algorithm. Okay, so this is the algorithm, a simple algorithm. So first we have to start our code, and then we have to read our element n, and then we have to read the elements also of array. We have to say element x element you want to insert, and I want to write in which position that element, that you have to say. Okay, now you can check a simple line that if your a equals n equals to become max, then you can insert element, means the insertion is not possible. If it is not okay, then you can insert the element. Okay, you can also skip this step, that's on you, that's optional. Okay, now seventh step is what? You have to shift the element one position to the right. So how we can do so? N, so you have to say we have to go n minus 1. So I did what? We set I equals to n minus 1, and we did till greater than element, sorry, greater than index. Okay, but here I'm writing pause. So position minus 1 we have to write now. Index value will be position minus 1, obviously. So you can try it this way as well. Okay, that is also right. Now we were shifting A of I value to A of I plus 1, right? And once the condition become true, then it will go till the pause minus 1 equal to pause minus 1. Okay, once the condition become false, then you have to insert the element as there I was writing A of index. Here I'm writing pos -1. Position -1 equals to your index value. Okay. So A of pos -1 will get the value of x, and then you have to increase the size of your n, okay, number of elements, and then to update your display. Update your array, and you can display it. Okay. So this is how we can write the algorithm. So after that, we will stop this code. All right. So I hope you know now how to write your insertion, right? How you can do in a specific position a new element insert, right? So if you like this video, please do comment, do like, subscribe to my channel, Learn with PR, and you can also share with your friends. And we will meet in the next video. There we will see the next topic, that we can say how we can insert an element at beginning and at the end. Thank you so much.